You see, you can live in an ongoing conversation with God, a fellowship, an interaction with God all the time. You know, my morning's been packed. I scarcely talk to anyone apart from Carol downstairs. Just a bit, very bit, short bit, you know. Whole thing wouldn't amount to more than 10 minutes. And yet I've been so busy, so full of myself, and I'm so happy. I mean, people seem to despise happiness. You know, it should be a deep transcendent. Well, yes, it is, but happiness is that. Joy overflowing. Joy. A loveliness, happiness, goodness, blessing. Your life can be that. Heaven is now. Kingdom of heaven's at hand. You can, in a sense, move into it. You simply find it is within you. Yes, you invite it in. He knocks. I'm knocking, aren't I, on his behalf? Obviously. I mean, obviously. But you just open. Something in you decides, wow, I'd like God to exist. I'm never going to know if he does or not. Apparently in this world it doesn't seem to be too obvious. I can choose to trust that he does. It's not because then I'm going to practice and see if it transforms my life. I just know in my heart I've now reached a point where I want him to exist. Wow, that's different. What does that lead me to? I'm flying. Why? Why the joy? Why the joy? Why the happiness? Why the delight? It was springtime for me. I was on campus, wasn't I? Essex University, lakes and lovely. Is it Georgian House? I don't know. It's a magnificent house. It was being prepared as a conference centre, but it was just a magnificent old English house. I mean, they'd have had servants and all the rest of it, and it had massive high ceilings and huge windows, and you looked out onto palatial grounds, the lake and the gardens, two croquet gardens, not one. Well, perhaps they weren't there originally, but it seemed appropriate, I expect, for the administration to put them onto the lawn. The students enjoyed it. It was fun to pretend you were playing croquet. They did play croquet, of course. As if they were some Elizabethan. Yeah. That's an aside, isn't it? But I'm talking about joy and living. Not what we've come to see as normal living. I'm talking about life eternal. Assurance, love, joy, peace. Just as when you fall in love. But more. And lasting. I don't mean continuously at first. It comes and goes. It's a massive adjustment. But you start to know. It's a different direction that you're looking. You're reorientated to heaven. Well, I could talk on endlessly, yes, and do. Bless you. Thank you, Dad.